Welcome to another episode of Hospitality Insider on Koni TV. I'm Koni Kim, and today we have a wonderful guest who are pioneer of sustainability, Ray Berger. Ray, welcome to Hospitality Insider.
Thanks for having me today.
Please tell us about all your passion and your company, how you got started with this incredible movement.
Well, thanks for having me today. Pleased to do so. I started in hotel management back in the 1970s, early 80s, and managed hotels for about 20 years, and I was always looking for more energy efficient ways of operating hotels. In fact, in the mid-1980s, we installed compact fluorescent lighting in a 320 room hotel, and I was the general manager helping to make that decision, and learned that compact fluorescent lighting wasn't quite ready for use in hotels at that time. So that guided me in terms of our future efforts in sustainability, and recognizing that not only did sustainability initiatives have to have an economic benefit, but they had to have an environmental benefit, be good for guest satisfaction, be good for staff satisfaction, and also they have to be made in corporately responsible and socially responsible ways, so that we're not using children to manufacture products for the hotel industry. In the early 1990s, developed a program called the Eco Room Hotel Program for the Hotel Triton in San Francisco. And on Earth Day of 1995, we launched that program at the Hotel Triton. It was highly successful for them. Then 9 years later, when the California State program, Green Lodging Program, was established, they made the Hotel Triton the model hotel for that Green Lodging Program in the state of California in 2004.
Oh, that's fantastic.
After that is when Kimpton Hotels decided that they needed to have an Earth Care program for all their hotels. So those were some of the early beginnings of the green sustainability movement in hospitality.
Well, that is way before that green movement is fashionable. You know,
it took quite a while to get the ball rolling with hotels, because some of the products weren't quite right. There was a lot of concern about sustainable products being more expensive to use. It's just, as time has come along, innovation has taken care of a lot of those issues, and now we have extremely competitive products price-wise, and also from a performance standpoint. Just today we heard about a new shower head from Speakman that sounds revolutionary, and it's a high quality product. It's no longer low flow, it's high performance. And I think that can be said about energy efficient lighting as well. We're seeing LED lighting ramp up very quickly compared to its predecessor, the compact fluorescent lighting, which took about 20 years for that to really become accepted in the hotel industry. LED lighting's taking over very quickly, and eventually will be basically the only kind of lighting that you see in hotels.
Yes, so the general concept is that your initial investment is much higher than what you would have conventionally bought.
Right.
So is that really true?
Yeah, LED lighting is expensive, at least initially, but it lasts so long, and the energy efficiency is so good, and the dimmability is good, and you don't have any mercury in the product. So there's a lot of positive factors for implementing LED, and we see it being used in 12-hour burn times, 24-hour burn times, those types of applications. As time goes on, the prices will continue to drop, just like it did with compact fluorescents. When we first started providing compact fluorescents to hotels, they were $20, $22. Now compact fluorescents are $2.50, $3. So the prices come down over time, and the product quality is improved. Same thing's happening with LED. It's just happening faster.
So with that, how do you overcome to initial investment to the hoteliers? That how do you prove that long term you're going to have a lot of great benefits?
Well, it's a financial discussion. You have number of hours that the lights are going to last. You have the burn times that they're going to operate. You have you know what the kilowatt hour cost is. So you just do a nice calculation for ownership, and they can see the benefits from an economic perspective. And then certainly there's environmental benefits. And the quality is obviously there now.
Of course, it's now the time has passed. You have some proven record that it actually works.
Sure.
So can you share examples of what hotels that you have done and this has been real success, some stories?
Well, there are any number of success stories with LED lighting. We've just begun to offer LED lighting to hotels. We wanted to wait until there were more product applications. We wanted to wait until the pricing was a little bit more attractive. Initially, with the pricing being $35, $40 in some cases per fixture, it would just cost prohibitive. So we're a small company. We have to use our time resources wisely, and we can't spend a lot of time on education without revenue. So we feel now is the right time to be promoting and marketing and selling and providing LED lighting to hotels. It's one of the many things that we can do for hotels to help them with their sustainability initiatives and environmental efforts.
Ray, I know this is a great passion for you. And so when we come back, we're going to learn more about his passion, how he got started, and how we can make this industry better, and furthermore, the world to be the greener place.
Hi, I'm Didi Kim with Darf Design, and you're watching.
You're watching.
And you're watching.
And you are watching.
And you're watching Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Koni TV.
The first internet channel for the hospitality industry.
Watch and follow who she brings and what she brings to show you, to inspire.
KoniTV.tv. I love it.
Welcome back to Hospitality Insider on Koni TV. Now, Ray, we were going to ask you about great passion that you have and turning the whole industry into green, and how we can make it better, and how did you get started?
Well, I started in the hotel business at a young age, so I managed hotels from the time I got out of college basically until my early 40s. And then in my early 40s I decided I wanted to stop managing hotels and start my own company. So I looked at the opportunities in my past experiences being energy efficient, water efficient, and I felt like there was a great need for greening the industry. I'd started to read about Ted Saunders' efforts, and Ted's become a good friend of mine. But Ted Saunders' efforts at the Lenox Hotel in Boston were some of the industry leading initiatives back in the early 1990s, 92, 93, in that time frame. And I said, I think we can develop products and processes and initiatives that will help hotels be more profitable, but also lighten their carbon footprint and their footprint on the environment. So, I helped launch a company in the early 1990s, and we developed several products and brought several products and put several programs together, including the Eco Room program that we provided to the Hotel Triton in 1995.
It is really away from marketing. It has to become a habit of every individual, and we are responsible for. What I heard is that Americans actually waste 4 times more than anybody in the whole wide world, which means we will need 4 planets. So this is an issue that I'm so proud that you're getting into, and how you want to move forward from here and educate it to all the people that what you're doing.
Well, natural resources are very valuable, and that's really where I come from, is I want to see natural resources used more conservatively and more wisely. So anything that we do has to be energy efficient or water efficient or have an environmental benefit. We're very successful in bringing new products to market. We're a magnet for smaller companies that have innovative new products that can be employed in the hospitality industry for sustainable purposes. And we look for those things that are going to help hotels provide greater guest satisfaction, but at the same time benefit the planet.
Okay, so that your company actually then associate with a lot of different companies?
We have many different partners that we work with. We don't manufacture anything. We're a distribution company providing greener operating supplies and equipment to the lodging industry, whether it be in the United States or other countries. We have customers from Palau to Puerto Rico, and from Maine to California. So we're pretty diverse, and the geographic areas that we serve, as well as pretty diverse in the types of properties that we work with.
Okay, so if I'm a manufacturer who would like to get into the hospitality industry, but yes, I do make a eco product, and you're the person that I would go to.
Correct.
All right. So can you explain the whole process from the suppliers, your kind of gateway, and then go through it and how this is all happening as a whole?
Those five criteria are the economic benefit of the product, the environmental benefit, the guest satisfaction, staff satisfaction, and the corporate responsibility or social responsibility aspect of the product. So if it meets those 5 tests, then we're interested typically in working with it. We get approached by companies that have new LED lighting products for emergency lighting, as an example. Then that LED light can be used as a night light, but then it can also be used as an emergency flashlight for the guests. So we get involved in a lot of different aspects of the business. Most of our products are guest room related, not all, but most of them are guest room related. We get approached, several times a week. Most of the time we have to say no for one of those 5 reasons, but we're excited to be one of those companies that people reach out to when they want to bring a more sustainable solution to the hospitality industry.
Well, so let us know what type of product are there.
Sure.
I know you have probably 1,000 different products. So what are the examples of some products?
Well, one of the things we've had the most success with over the last 20 years has been our amenity dispenser program, where we are now bringing well-known branded product to amenity dispensers, so it encourages the hotels to use it maybe over objections they've had in the past where they were using generic dispensers and generic product. Now we can provide Tommy Bahama or Pharmacopoeia or Sonoma Soap Company or a litany of other branded amenity products that consumers recognize the quality and the value of those names and are more than happy to use those products and happy that hotels are putting them in dispensers for use. So then you don't have any waste. You don't have any oil being used to make the little plastic bottles that are most commonly found in hotel guest rooms. And then those little plastic bottles don't end up in the landfill. And it helps the hotel's bottom line, but it's a big, big difference maker from an environmental standpoint.
Yeah, that is very, very important. And as I know that you will agree that some of the times we go to Europe, that you have a dispenser. But it's not widely displayed here in the United States.
I would say now we're up to about 5% of hotels in the United States using dispensers, and it's growing.
Well, okay, we will have a lot more product to talk about. So when we come back, we're going to find out what other product that Ray has introduced to the hotel industry, and to make, again, the hotel guest rooms to be more environmentally friendly. And then we will come back with a lot more stories.
This is Ken Salyer with Tricus, and I want to thank you for watching.
You're watching.
Thanks for watching Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Watch it every day for the latest hospitality news, hospitality trends, or whatever you desire to find out in the hospitality industry.
Come join us now at konitv.tv.
Welcome back to Hospitality Insider on Koni TV. Now we're continuing to talk with Ray about more product that he has placed in the hotel, and also about what will be his future plan. Ray, thank you so much sharing some of those great stories, but share us a little bit more. Give us some examples that I go inside the guest room that I know I can touch it.
Sure. Well, in addition to amenity dispensers, we're going to see more evolution of those types of products. We're going to see new dispensers. We're going to see different dispensers. We're going to see new brands. We're going to see greener brands. We're going to launch a product called Earthology that doesn't have any parabens, sulfates, or ureas in it. And it's going to be strictly for use in hotels that want to have the greenest product and to deliver it in the greenest fashion in terms of through a dispenser. So we've got some new dispensers that are coming out that we think are going to be very popular for use with that product. We're looking forward to the day when LEDs will be equal to 100 watts. Right now there are several manufacturers that have LEDs in an A-lamp style, your typical incandescent shape that people are used to. Those are now at 60 watt equivalent.
Right.
Hotels like to use 100 watt equivalent
Right.
in their guest rooms. In the next probably few years, maybe not even that long, we'll see 100 watt equivalent LED product that can be used in hotel guest rooms. So when that happens, you could have your entire hotel using nothing but LEDs.
Well, that would be fantastic, and I will vote for you to every effort that you make on that. So now, Ray, share with us what is your future plan?
Well, we'll keep doing a lot of what we've been doing in the past. We'll just continue to make improvements. Some of those will be small improvements. Some of them will be large improvements. We think, we'll continue to get approached by different companies with solutions for hotels that make a lot of sense from an environmental standpoint. And so we look forward to the future. We think the next few years are going to be very good for the hotel industry from an economic standpoint. And when things are good economically, they tend to open their eyes. Hotel investors and owners and managers tend to open their eyes and look for new things that they can invest in, and technologies and products that are going to make their hotels even better for today's guests and tomorrow's guests.
I heard that, those plastic bags in the grocery shop, and is one of the worst things that we can do to the environment. And I know that my husband and I was in Los Cabos one time and saw a big seal dead, and then found out that they ate so much these plastic bags thinking that it was jellyfish. And then their stomach was blown up, and then they are dead. So on those kind of things, what can, as a human being, as a person, what is your wisdom can you give them to be aware, as make it a daily habit? What can we do?
Well, hotel guests can, in a lot of cases, easily recycle their plastic, their glass, their newspaper. Hotels are making it easier and easier for hotel guests to recycle, and cities and municipalities are making it easier for those hotels to participate in recycling programs. So that's a big one. Obviously, just the very simple things. Don't use more energy than you need. Just because you're staying in a hotel doesn't mean that you need to leave the lights on and the air conditioning running. You can conserve it in a hotel. Just, the linen and towel reuse program is one of the most popular initiatives in hotels. Participate in that program, hang up your towel. You probably do at home. You don't change your sheets at home. You probably don't need to have them changed every night you stay in a hotel. So there's little practices that hotel guests can do that hotels can help educate their guests to do that can make a big difference collectively.
Again, this is really kind of strange, but if you go to some other countries, that when you leave the guest room, automatically the lights off.
Right.
But in US, we still have all the lights. We have to manually turn it off. And that is one of my thing. And every time I leave that hotel room, I want to make sure that I switch it off. But what kind of plans are there? Is there something that we can automatically all switch it so we don't have to?
The Omni in Dallas, I stayed there recently, and they're a LEED Gold certified hotel.
Okay.
So they're one of the largest, I think they're the largest LEED Gold hotel outside of the city of Las Vegas at this point in time. So they put in that system that you're talking about, where you have a key card that activates the energy use in the guest room.
Right.
It's very simple to use,
right.
and it doesn't affect or impact the guest satisfaction. And it's very convenient for the guests too, because people that are conscious about energy use, it just makes it so easy for them. They just put it in when they enter the room, everything comes on that they want to turn on, take it out when they get ready to leave, everything shuts off.
Yes, and you never lose your key cards, because you know where it is at.
Yeah.
So that's another benefit.
That's a good point, because yesterday I left my room and I left both the key cards in the room, so I had to go to the front desk and get new ones made.
But you'll never lose that in that way.
Yeah.
So that's great. So I would like you to share anything else that we didn't talk about that for the audiences at this time.
Sure, I just think sustainability is becoming a much more acceptable mindset for hotel operators and owners and managers. It's becoming, it's not something that's new, it's not something that's different, it's becoming just part of standard operating procedure, and people are starting to realize that it's just a very good business practice, and their guests are more and more aware of it all the time, and for them to be successful, they need to participate as much as they possibly can and communicate those initiatives to their guests as much as possible.
So as a guest checking in, I know there's surveys that would you pay, maybe $10 more in order for you to stay in the hotel that is green? Do you have any statistics that whether guests are willing to pay more?
Well, there's almost competing surveys on that subject out there right now. I think TripAdvisor did a survey recently where they found that certain percentage of guests would pay more. And then I saw another study from Cornell where they found that guests wouldn't pay more. So my personal feeling is that if the guest is going to pay more, there has to be something in it for the guest in terms of a personal health benefit. So if you're offering air filtration or better indoor air quality initiatives to that guest, or you're offering filtered water, then those are health-related issues, or those are health-related initiatives that have some environmental benefit in some ways. If you're doing things with your cleaning products that create better indoor air quality for the guests.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So all of those things combined, if there's a personal health benefit, it can make a big difference.
Thank you so much being with us today and all your wisdom, and then let us all be great and then become aware of our environment. So we thank you so much watching Hospitality Insider on Koni TV. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. If you would like more information and would like to be a guest at Koni TV Hospitality Insider, please log in konitv.tv. Thank you very much for watching.
Congratulations, Koni TV.
Congratulations, Koni TV.
Congratulations, Koni TV.
The first online
internet
TV station
for the hospitality industry.
Congratulations, Koni TV. If you have not started watching it, you definitely should. Join us now.